It was supposed to be a relaxing day, a much-needed break from years of hustling, building an empire from the ground up. But what happened next would change everything. Meet Maya Reynolds, a self-made black billionaire who was not just a business mogul, but an icon in the world of real estate. Rising from humble beginnings, Maya fought against every obstacle the world threw at her. Racism, sexism, and the relentless struggle of breaking barriers in an industry dominated by the elite. By the time she pulled up to the glimmering, exclusive Diamond Heights Mall, she had built an empire worth billions, a life most could only dream of. Her arrival was nothing short of spectacular. Stepping out of her sleek black car, her tailored power suit and confident stride catching the eyes of everyone nearby, Maya didn't just carry herself with grace. She exuded an undeniable aura of authority and success. And though today was about shopping and unwinding, Maya couldn't help but feel a sense of unease as she made her way toward the mall's grand entrance. Behind her, like a constant presence in her life, was Tanya, her assistant and lifelong friend. Tanya had seen Maya at her lowest, when rejection felt like an everyday battle. But today, Tanya was determined to help her friend enjoy her day off, if only for a few hours. She had called ahead, made all the arrangements, and secured the VIP treatment that Maya deserved. However, as Maya and Tanya entered the glistening mall, the cold stares began. Something was off. Staff members in their crisp uniforms greeted shoppers with forced smiles, their eyes lingering on Maya in a way that felt different. The whispers started, hushed murmurs barely concealed behind manicured hands, as if Maya was out of place. Tanya felt the tension rise. She'd seen Maya face discrimination before, but this was different. Maya, however, stayed calm, her face an unreadable mask. "Good afternoon," the young receptionist said, a smile stretched thin across her face. "How can we assist you today?" Maya stood tall, her voice calm but firm. "I'm Maya Reynolds, and I have a VIP reservation." My assistant made the arrangements for the private dressing room and personal shopper services. The receptionist's gaze flickered briefly to Tanya before scanning Maya up and down. A flicker of something unpleasant passed through her eyes, but it was gone before Maya could fully interpret it. "I'm sorry, but our VIP rooms are unavailable at the moment. You can use the regular fitting rooms if you wish." Maya's heart dropped. She knew exactly what this was. Tanya, sharp as ever, stepped forward. "We confirmed the reservation in advance. Can you please check again?" The receptionist's eyes rolled slightly, but she begrudgingly tapped away at her keyboard. "I don't see your name on the list." "Maybe it was a mix-up," she said in a tone that bordered on dismissive. It was a moment that felt like it was pulled straight out of Maya's past. She had faced this kind of treatment countless times before, too many times to count. The subtle rejection, the undercurrent of prejudice, all of it, no matter how polished the veneer, had the same sting. But she wasn't that young woman anymore, the one who'd slunk away with her head down. She was a powerhouse, a leader, and this time, Maya Reynolds wasn't going to just walk away. Maya spoke again, her voice steady. "Could you please call the manager?" A few minutes later, Richard Jones, the manager, arrived. He was in his 50s, silver-haired, and carried the weight of someone who believed he was above the very rules he enforced. His smile was practiced, but it didn't reach his eyes when he looked at Maya. "Good afternoon. How can I help you?" His words were polite, but the undercurrent of condescension was palpable. Maya's eyes locked onto his. "I'm Maya Reynolds, and I had a VIP reservation for today. I'd like to know why my reservation isn't in your system, and why I'm being treated differently." The manager paused, clearly uncomfortable under her direct gaze. His next words came out as if rehearsed, but Maya could feel the weight of his words pushing against her like a wall. "Well, It seems there's a misunderstanding. The VIP rooms are unavailable today, and perhaps this service just doesn't align with your needs." The indignation that burned through Tanya was almost visible. Her body stiffened, her fists clenched, but Maya held up her hand, signaling her friend to remain calm. She didn't need to hear any more of his excuses. Without missing a beat, Maya smiled, a smile not of acceptance, but of something deeper. "Thank you for clarifying. We'll be on our way." As they turned to leave, Maya could feel the gaze of every person in the room burning into her back. There was shame in her chest, but it wasn't the kind she used to feel. No, this was different. This wasn't about her. This was about something much bigger. Outside, Tanya couldn't hold back her frustration any longer. "Maya, we need to do something. We can't let them get away with this." But Maya, ever the strategist, took a moment to breathe. "Anna, I've spent my whole life fighting for respect. This isn't the first time I've been treated this way. What's happening right now isn't new to me, but I'm not going to let it slide anymore. Not this time." Tanya stopped, her eyes softening as she looked at her friend. She realized Maya wasn't just angry, she was focused. There was a plan forming in her mind. Maya had never been one to just accept injustice. She had always turned it into fuel for something bigger. "What are you thinking?" Tanya asked, her voice filled with both concern and a spark of excitement. Maya smiled, a fire lighting up in her eyes. "I'm going to buy this mall. I'm going to make Plaza Heights a place where no one, no matter their skin color or background, will ever feel unwelcome. I'll turn this place into a symbol of inclusivity, and I'll make sure they know exactly who they're dealing with." The words hung in the air between them, and for the first time, Maya's smile wasn't just a mask, it was a declaration. She wasn't going to back down. She was going to change the game. The next few weeks were a whirlwind. Maya launched into action. She contacted legal teams, investors, and allies. Every conversation was filled with purpose. Every meeting was a step closer to her goal. But she wasn't just trying to buy a mall. She was changing the rules of the game. She was showing the world that discrimination, no matter how subtle, would not be tolerated. When the day finally came for the official announcement, the news hit like a storm. Maya Reynolds, the black woman who had been rejected by Plaza Heights, was now the owner. The media buzzed with stories of her resilience and determination. She had done what no one had imagined possible. She had taken back her power and turned it into something transformative. Maya's mission wasn't just about proving she deserved to be treated with respect. It was about ensuring that others would never have to experience what she did. It was about creating a legacy of change, inclusivity, and power. It was about showing the world that one person, with the right vision and the courage to act, could change everything. Maya had not only won the battle, she had changed the narrative, and the world was watching,